Hey everybody, welcome back to HoT Online Farm. We have done a fair bit of, well, it's I spent a lot of time here working my fields. The cultivating is almost done for the spring, but with the 3 meter cultivator, it's not like it's been that much work accomplished. It's just taken a long time. So. We're just about done with the cultivating, and then we will look at the future outlook. That is basically all that transpired since the previous episode. I did finish plowing up there in the far field, the north field we were in last episode, 22. That was the last of the plowing. That was really the only plowing I had to do this year. So that is taken care of, and even though we started a new save game, apparently I transferred over some of the files, and for some reason some of the fields did not need plowed, but other ones did. So even though we're starting fresh, not every field needed plowed. Anyway, the other more important thing is we have we got late, what's that, midsummer, or late mid-spring. Late spring and the latter part of mid-spring coming up, which is what I'm trying to say, because we've got the pig prices going up a little bit. So we're going to buy an animal trailer. So our server runs a roughly 2x speed. So roughly, I'm just trying to think about in real life. That means I should be able to start selling pigs at this same time in real life tomorrow. Our server runs basically at effectively 2x speed. Even though you see the one there, it's got a time sync mod that basically, how do I explain that? It fast forwards through the night, and it runs some of the days at 1x speed and some of the time at 5 or 2x speed to catch up, to make it effectively. It's really 2 in-game days per 1 real life day is basically what it is. So let's, I think we're done. Oh no, we have one more field to cultivate. That's right. So we'll cultivate that field, and then we need to buy an animal trailer and get ready to sell our pigs. The other thing we can do is, I can double check what the current price is with the pig health. I don't know. I did a test in single player, but I didn't want to actually have to fill up all the animal troughs, so I don't actually know what the max price is that I could be getting for pigs. Sorry about that. I had to just corral my dogs. They were going crazy at the mailman. We are just up the hill from where I stopped here, so not really much time has passed at all. So you can see I started a little bit of a cultivator job there, and we gotta go into first gear and kind of gun it up this hill here. So. I forget why oh, that's right. I think I stopped this to go back and finish the plowing job, up in the north, and then also spread that manure. So, from experience, I've found that this tractor with this cultivator can do it at about, at this, S2. Sometimes if it's downhill or flat, we can go to H, but, that's about it. You can't really do third, and even if you can, sometimes it doesn't really give you more speed. It just saves on fuel a little bit, so I'm not really worried about fuel right now. We should have plenty for this field, so we'll just do this. We'll buy an animal trailer, get ready for that sale, and then we will make sure our pigs are all taken care of so that they are as good a health as possible for selling them here in the spring sale. So I think that's about going to cover what's going to happen this episode. But you never know, because I always change my plans. And I did want to try to, let's see, I think I mentioned last episode, I am farming down there on the bottom left-hand corner, 44 and 45, right by the shop. I'm farming those fields for another farmer at a 50-50 split. So I already actually have wheat planted in there. I want to make sure, because I'm doing a lot of fields with small equipment, I want to make sure that my growth stages are kind of spread out a fair amount. Otherwise, I am not going to, let's go back down to S. I'm not going to have enough time in the fall to be able to harvest everything all at once. If, say it's all wheat or something, or it's all corn. Something with a short window there all at once. So we're gonna plant a few different crop types at a few different times, and I think that will make it good. So, yeah, that covers this episode. I don't really know what else to talk about at the moment. Oh yeah, that's right. It never fails. I always find something to talk about. I did a lot of math on pigs, and basically I cannot afford. I really want to grow my herd size to 500 and then even 1,000. I just don't have the cash on hand to be able to buy from others the crops that I need. I think that I could actually just barely. So here's the thing: I could actually grow my herd to 500 and be able to buy enough crops to, so that those pigs won't starve. The problem is, then I won't be able to buy any more fields, and I'll run into the problem where I'll forever be behind my herd in self-producing maybe at least half of the crops that I need for pigs. And you really, I think with my math, you need to be able to produce roughly half, at least half. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money with pigs. And so, I am going to be doing. Let me just say good morning here when we get to the end. I'm going to be doing that, and I don't really know. Let's see here. I don't really know. What was I saying? We got to go back down to S there. Totally forget what I was saying. Line of thought derailed. What was I saying? Oh yeah, pigs. So I can't keep growing. So I need to shrink, and that kind of makes me wonder what's on sale, because I need some stuff as well. Oh well, that's not very helpful. Not helpful to me, at least. Anyway, what I was saying is that, let's see. Yeah, I can't grow my pig herd this year because I want to buy more fields, and I'm also thinking about buying the meat factory. There's a meat factory on this that I think would allow me to sell pigs year-round, because normally with seasons I can only sell in the spring and a little bit in the winter. Spring's going to be my best price, but with that meat packing plant, it allows me to get a constant price throughout the year, and a little bit better than perhaps I could get at the highest sale point. Definitely better than the lowest. So it can allow me to make a little bit of money throughout the year, give me a little bit something else to do. So I think I'll probably buy that factory. It'll help, spawn the economy a little bit, because I'll be going from, I'll be demanding more I think that requires cardboard and pallets, so that'll help Truck's factory business then. So that's certainly a bonus for the map, and it'll keep me well busy as well. But that factory is $250,000, which is basically the same price as the field that I was looking at buying. So really, I don't know. It's either keep my herd size small, make more money now with a factory, or I can't. It's really hard to read text and also record. So I'm just gonna ignore what they're chatting about. But it's really hard to. Well, it's not hard. It's a choice. Either I buy the factory, I get the chance to make more money now with less pigs, or I can buy another field, grow my herd size, and I can potentially make more money in the future with pigs. So that's kind of the dilemma I'm facing. I'm just planning ahead for winter. Winter's when we are allowed to buy fields on this map, and I don't really know. It's hard to know what to do, because and this is what's fun about the competitive environment, because if I don't buy a field, there's a good chance another farmer might. So I don't want those fields gone. I want to be sure to secure those fields, you know? So I don't know. It's a tough decision. I have my eyes on field 21. That's the one that I want. It's right next to 22. I could eventually rip out a fence and some trees and work it east to west if I get bigger equipment. It's roughly 3.2 hectares, I think. So that, I mean, that's a good size. That's almost, I think I farm roughly 6 now. I think I own roughly 6 rather. 17, 19, 22, and then you have the 39, 40, 41. That's roughly 6 in total. So I'm roughly, I mean, that's like another third of what I currently farm, and that would allow me to get a lot more animals. And if somebody else grabs that field, then if someone else grabs that field, I don't know. I mean, where else? So thinking ahead, where else could I go? I don't really know. I mean, I guess I could buy 20. 20's a good alternative. I don't really want to have to travel. You know, I already travel a decent amount to get to my to get to the rest of my fields. Like, for example, 56 is decent, but to get to 56 you got to go all the way around the map from 41 there. It's not just like a short trip around a fence. It's the road network on this is pretty crazy. I think that what's the second here? I think that I just don't know. There's too much oh, you know, I talked about plans changing. I might have to go pick up some lime. Is that too low? Let's see. Let's see what he says. We could get a lifetime supply of fertilizer. I mean, that'd be very good. I don't need a lot of fertilizer, but that could basically fill me up for, I don't know, a couple years. I mean, at that price, that could be all the fertilizer I need. For 2,500. Oh, deliveries included. Oh boy. Let's go. Meat at Pigs. Well, deliveries included too. That's a bargain. I thought I was gonna have to stop work and go get it. Well, this is just great. We won't tell them that that I was planning on paying for delivery. So let's put it. I don't. You know what? I should reverse. I should put the food. Let's do it over here. Right here. Okay. So right side. No, let's do left side of right shed. Left side of right shed. Not the shed with beets. Okay, that should make sense. Yeah, so so I mean that's a lot of fertilizer for especially since I have manure and slurry that I'm going to be using. I think that we could do that. And we can also do that as well, Wolf. All right, sorry about that. I got involved in a discussion on the server about adding something to the map, and I just got sidetracked typing and forgot that I was recording. So this is gonna be just a little bit past where we left off, not too much in the field. And there were, here we go. I just got to remind the guys that if I ever ignore them when I am actually driving, it's probably because I'm recording, and I'll just get to their questions later. So it's just, it's a pain to try to always have to remember where the talking was at and edit that out, because you probably don't want to see me typing and not talking for a solid 4 or 5 minutes. That probably wouldn't be too much fun for anybody. So let's we're almost done with the finishing off the end here, and I think we need one more little bit there, just around the corner. And come on, little buddy. There we go. We got it. So that's probably pretty good there. So make sure we turn. So there's that. Yeah, I knew there was a tree there. Didn't want to hit the, killed it again. Well, we didn't kill it, but it's what? I didn't hit reverse. That was somebody else. That was not me. All right, let's just let's do a pass along the edge here real quick. And I said the edge, not away from the edge. You stupid idiot. I need to focus where I'm driving this. You know, I don't know why my steering wheel does this, but every now and then it stops its force feedback, and I don't know why. When I restart my computer, it's fine, but it's like the force feedback just stops. And you know, when you're used to that, even though it doesn't really officially support force feedback, this game, it's a static constant pressure instead of a loose freewheeling steering wheel that I have now. So it's a lot different. It doesn't automatically return to center, so it makes those turns just a little bit harder. Still better than using mouse and keyboard. Let's just pull out on the road here. I don't think there's any cars. And we will finish up this field. Wow, this field really is a lot wider. You know, looking on the overhead view, it looks roughly the same on this side as it does around the curve, but I guess not. It must be a lot skinnier there in the back. I mean, obviously, unless I just cultivated a lot more narrow when I got to the back, which is possible, but I don't think that's not what happened. So what I was figuring the other night is, I think it'd probably be easiest if I grow. Let's see. I was either thinking about growing my own. I think I can grow all my own protein, and then it's just a mix of corn or wheat. I think it's probably best to plant corn, a mix of corn and protein in my own fields, and then I'll do straw in the fields that have to do 50-50 split. Because I can get the straw from those fields, I'll give him his crop, and I think that'll be enough straw for me. I don't know how much straw I'll need in the winter for this many pigs. The good news is pig prices are high in the winter, almost as high as spring, so I could sell without too much of a loss in the spring versus selling in the, or I could sell without too much of a loss in the winter, rather, without, when compared to the spring prices. So that's something that I could definitely do. And that's also kind of why I want the meat packing plant, because if I totally mess up this math and I need to offload some pigs and the price is, the bottom of the market, and what is that, fall? I can still do it and not lose money. So I think the meat factory will also not only make me money, but it'll help me, have more flexibility when I can sell pigs. So that's gonna be a nice that's a nice thing. All right, let's just look and see if we can do this again. Looks like we can. No traffic. Oh well. Sorry. Oh, they're not gonna be happy with that paint job being scratched. Oh boy, we're gonna have a bill come. Oh boy. Yeah, and the township probably isn't happy with all the extra mud on their roads either. So I should probably not do that. But I should probably not scratch paint more than not drive on the road like that. That's probably, yeah, that's some idiot. The only idiot with this blue Eicher tractor on the map. It's gonna be pretty easy to spot. It's blue, and it's the only one in the area. So that's it's pretty hard to say it wasn't me there. So yeah, let's just go back to nice little cultivating. Could use a little music here, but that's just fine. You know, I should go back to doing a little bit of those, either a time lapse, or perhaps they had I don't know what's it called, the thing where you let's see, what did I do? Well, I hope so too. I mean, it's pretty obvious which said the right shed on the left side, not the one with the potatoes or the beets. Let's just go look real quick. Let's just make sure. And come on, click on the there we go. Yep, that is perfect. That is just perfect. While we're here, let's look at the pigs real quick. And the animals, we have pigs, 411 pigs. That is, oh my goodness, that's gonna take forever. 96,000 liters of liquid manure, 12,000 of solid. That's going to be great for next year. We're not selling any of our manure. We need to keep it all for next year. Oh yeah, I need to pay him. So he said, how much was it? I forget. 2,500. Okay. Let's just hop out and pay him now, before we forget. So Platinum Farms, 2,500, and there we go. So paid up or down, whichever way you prefer to look at it. Did our back window? It did. Who closed our back window? If I wasn't such a bad driver, I could probably open that on the fly. Did he hit a boulder? Oh, the one right in the middle. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. It's right when you enter the stupid. It's right in the middle of that courtyard. That would be so nice to be able to drive around. Yeah, instead you have a boulder to put up with. So once again, don't have any cars. And we are good. No paint scratching going on here. None of that. Alright, there we go. This little tractor, you know, I have enjoyed farming small. And it really, really makes you appreciate when you can buy some bigger equipment. But I do miss bigger equipment. It's, this is, I do this because of the money that it saves. But I do enjoy, I like the medium-sized equipment. I don't really like, I don't know, I mean, granted, you know, in real life, this size equipment is perfect for the amount of acres that I farm, but I also don't want to be spending the same amount of time in game that I would spend in real life. Well, even if I wanted to, I don't have that time, so it's, yeah. I kind of like the 6-meter size equipment. I think that's just about perfect for most fields that I'm going to be farming. That would be just about perfect. I could fly through the fields fast, given I have a higher horsepower enough tractor. Given that my tractor is high enough horsepower, is what I'm saying. You know, you can fly through the fields with some of that 6-meter equipment, but yeah, I mean, the problem is you know, in real life you'd have to farm a lot more land to justify that size equipment. But I mean, it's fine. You make a few gameplay concessions for real life, but I just don't know when I can afford to make those. This tractor is going to have 100 hours on it by the time of the end of the year. It's not even out of mid-spring, and I already have 30. I I don't know what my next... I really missed that Warrior that I had. That was an awesome tractor to have around the farm. It was actually a surprising good front loader, too. I've never used those kinds of tractors as front loaders, but it was... Especially because you could put wheel weights on the back. You didn't need a rear weight, because with the wheel weights and the tractor was just already heavy enough, it was a pretty good front loader. I could lift and do just about everything around the farm with that Warrior 7 that I had. So it was that was just about a perfect tractor. It was pretty awesome. We're going to, let's see here. You know what? I'm going to need to come back here. So we're just going to cut on over. Missed a few stalks. And we're just going to do a big old U-turn. We're going to work this area first here. Just so we don't have to come back over to this section. And just about done. Yeah, I should show you my, I couldn't sleep last night, so I stayed up doing math for pigs. And I should show you my budget. It's, I had it all planned out with my income and profits. It's so hard with pigs because you don't make any other money than pigs because all of your grain goes towards your pigs. And in general, you don't really get to sell anything extra for money. It's hard to make money with pigs. It really is. But I really enjoy the challenge because, I mean, it's just, there's so much more planning involved and it makes it so much more fun, especially on this multiplayer server where I can buy things from others. Did I get that section? You know, so I can buy things from others, and that's what makes it fun. Because I have to plan out how much I'm buying, what I'm going to buy. I have to talk to them to secure those contracts so they don't sell it to someone else. And it's like I don't want to overbuy either because then that's wasted money that I could have spent on something else, like having more pigs, you know. So stuff like that, it's very fun. I've never ran pigs before, and this is it's a fun challenge. I mean, I don't think it'd be very fun without seasons because you don't have to plan. Like, oh no, I have to grow some more crops. Okay, I'll plant them, and in 5 minutes in game time, they're ready. I mean, you don't have to plan. What's the point? I've always really hated the base game without seasons. So I've always, I think you guys probably have heard me say this before, but I've played it pretending like there's seasons, even before the seasons mod came out. Because otherwise, there's absolutely no point to buying more than one field. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy to me how they could go this long without putting seasons in their game. Because there's absolutely no point in the base game other than working other fields and just seeing other views. There's absolutely 0 point. It makes worse economical and financial sense in the base game to buy any new fields. There's no point. And it's really frustrating because you don't have that feeling of balance and planning. And planning is honestly one of my favorite parts of farming in real life and farming in this game. Without planning, like I liked the feeling of getting rewarded for planning better than others, you know, or you know, thinking ahead at maybe something that others didn't think about. I mean, it's just I don't know how anybody could play without seasons. It's just, I mean, I know I do some things for just going through the motions because I like to go through the motions even when it doesn't matter. Like, for example, cultivating if I plow a field. Now, you know, that's not needed in game. You can plant right over that with the base game planters, but I like to do it because it's something you would do in real life. However, there's other things in the game that I just can't bring myself to do. Well, I can't really. Where am I going with this? I don't remember where I'm going with this. Anyway, the point is, I don't understand how anybody can play without seasons because it just feels like, what's the point? Like, I don't know. There's no feeling of growing your farm because what are you growing? Like, why would you buy more fields? Because you can just turn growth on fast and plant them over and over and over again. You can drag the oh boy, a little bit of problems. You can drag the planter through the field right after, you know, you can go up to another tractor, press the H button, right after you finish harvesting. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's there's just no point. It's I don't know. I love the planning aspect of the game. And that's not to degrade anybody that doesn't like playing with seasons, but I mean, I don't understand it. Like I said, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just not fun to me at all because there's no planning and math. And you'll know how much I love planning and math. So anyway, this field is done now. Let's we should probably hit some hazards. I think we're going home because we don't have anything else to do. So let's chug on up this hill and let's go look. We're pretty dirty tractor right about now. We could definitely use a wash. And then, like I said, we're gonna go make a run to the store at getting the animal trailer, and I think that will be all for this episode. So it'll be a little bit of a shorter episode. I think I've been running. I just need to not worry about the time or the length of episodes because it doesn't matter. I don't know. What am I trying to say? I think half an hour is pretty good for an episode, maybe 40 minutes, but I'll just not worry about that, and I'll just keep doing them. I'll basically finish the episode whenever I feel like it gets to a good stopping point. So, right, driving home, animal trailer, and then I want to check the price of the animals while I'm home, just because I'm kind of curious what the price will be, because, well, actually, I don't even know my pig health. I know the price is based on pig health in the game, but I also know that I did not. Oh, when did those come up? I feel like I was just. Are we on 15-day seasons? I should probably check that. No, summer is summer's right after 15, so we're on 15-day seasons. That's weird. But I could have sworn I just drove by that field and it was not, it didn't germinate yet. It was not sprouted. It was not visibly out of the ground. But I guess it was. We also need to fill up with fuel. This tractor, I tell you what, I've gone through so many fuel tanks. You know, we're off the main road. We can turn off our hazards now. I've gone through, are our lights on as well? They were. I've gone through so many tanks of fuel on this tractor. I feel like I use more fuel than... It doesn't feel as economical as a bigger tractor because... I mean, I know the bigger tractors have bigger tanks, but it feels like I've used 100 liters, 100 liters, 100 liters, 100 liters, a lot faster than I would if it was a bigger tractor. And I guess that's probably true if you count it field size, because I'm burning more fuel with less size. I don't know. I mean, granted, they burn more fuel, but they're also covering more ground. I don't know. It'd be interesting to do a comparison there. I feel like I'm using way more fuel. It's probably just perception because I'm filling up a lot, but it definitely feels like I didn't fill up my old tractor that held, what does that other one hold? The Series 7, 300 gallons, 250, something like that. It doesn't feel like I filled that up a third as often, you know, or whatever the correct percentage would be, all things being equal. So let's stop right here. We're gonna wash off our cultivator. We'll grab the tractor on the way out. I don't think. Do we need the front weight? No, I'm gonna try this without a front weight because this tractor's so light. Driving to the store with any front weight is a problem because you feel heavy on the front end and it's dangerous. It's just pretty bad. This tractor is just way too light. So the any type of front weight on the front, you start to brake, the momentum shifts forward, and you do an endo. It is not the best tractor when it comes to weight. It's really not the best tractor when it comes to any regard that I think. But other than looks, I mean, it's got that going for it, of course. But yeah, there we go. Putting my 3-meter plow or cultivator next to my little, what's that, a 2-meter plow. And then we have the 3-meter seeder that we're going to pass on our left. There we go. And let's see. Oh, that's right. Front weight. We need to take that off. I suppose we could wash it first, but whatever. We're not going to wash it. I keep my front weights here just at the top of the shed here. Pretty soon we're going to need to do some weeding over there with the weeder. That thing's nice. Alright. So we are, let's see, do we need duals anymore? I don't think I need duals for the planting. That just would be a little crazy, I think. So we're going to change away from the dual wheels. And then let's repair it for this season. And let's put back on our, oh man, if only it was this easy in real life. You know, one day they will combine, what is that, the one of like the car mechanic simulator with farming simulator. One day. Okay, so let's make sure actually that that was claimed. So let's go to open items. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that that didn't appear there, and it was immediately subtracted from my account. And let's go buy that, well, that washed off quick. Let's go buy that, the animal trailer. We are going to buy, let's see here. The map actually recommends this Castor Food Inc. We don't actually, I disabled the factory just because it had some problems. I saw an error in the script that bothered me. But this one, we're going to buy this one because you need this one to work with your factory. So if and it's the same price. So if I do buy the factory eventually, I'll have an animal trailer that I can use with that. So now we have to assign that to my farm. So the beta max is going to be Sim's World because it's Sim versus the world. And we are going to drive to the store. Oh, well, that's right. While I'm here, let's just check the pig health real quick. 82%. That is not bad. Let's run over and just check the sale price. The highest price I saw in single player was $1,600. We're not quite at the peak yet. So 1522. We could probably sell a load of pigs if I was really, I don't know, motivated, I guess is the word. Motivated is one word. Or if I was busy tomorrow when I would be having the max price of the pigs. So I do hope that I'll, you know what? We need fuel. What am I doing? Stupid everything. We need fuel, so let's go. Well, you know what? We can make it back. We're just coming straight back here. And plus, we're lighter, so we'll be more efficient with our fuel, right? We should be able to make it to the store and back 14 liters. We're not doing any heavy fuel work. Just to be safe, though, let's go back down to 35. Let's not... I mean, you listen to that sound. At 40, it just sounds like it's working the engine so much harder. You have that boost, the overdrive at what's that, 2800 RPM looks like. Let's just go back down. No need to max it out. 2,500 is high enough. So this is where, is this the boulder that Platinum Turbo hit? Probably. That's the one that, well, that's not really a boulder, that's a tree. I thought that was the one he was talking. Oh, that's right, there's another boulder. Where's the boulder? We drove past it. You could probably rewind the video and still see it. It's somewhere over there. But anyway, we are going on our way to the store. And we're going somewhat slow. We should probably turn on our hazards. Just like that. Nice and slow. And let's see. Yeah, so I'm thinking tomorrow I'll do a stream. Well, you're not going to see this until later. So I highly encourage, well, I guess maybe not. If you, let's try to take it at full speed. Oh, we got it. Oh, just barely. What I was saying is, one second, let me take a sip of water. What I was saying is, I think, should we do this at high speed? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. We can do it. Oh, get back over to your side. Okay, we did it. That was a little scary. Probably shouldn't do that anymore. We won't do that anymore. We'll slow down. Anyway, reminds me of the fun I had a kid on a tractor. Anyway, what I was saying is I don't know when I'll release this or get a chance to upload it and release it. I might wait for Monday to do it because let's see, by the time I edit and process and upload it, it'll at least be probably Sunday. So I'll probably release it Monday, and then I'm also busy at work all next week. So I'm not sure the amount of time I'll have for recording, but yeah, I should have a fair amount actually for recording and editing, uploading. Yeah, I'll do a few episodes also during the week. I don't really have a set schedule for YouTube. I don't have a set schedule for Twitch. It's just kind of whenever I'm free on Twitch, I will stream most likely my work on this. So for example, I'll probably do a couple loads on a YouTube episode of me hauling animals. Maybe only one. I might not even do any of them because it'll take a long time. And that's going to be a Twitch stream. That's a perfect job for a Twitch stream because I just get so much energy from live streams, and the crowd makes it less boring. So that's always a fun thing to have. Because otherwise, I don't know how I'd probably go insane if I was trying to make all those deliveries by myself. Just I don't know. I don't know. What else do I do when I'm playing the game? I mean, a lot of times when I'm playing this game, I play it from my laptop on the couch with my wife, you know, watching a TV show or, you know, getting ready for bed. You know, sometimes I'll play this to get tired. I know they say that's a bad thing. You don't want to, what wakes you up to see blue light or something from a computer screen at night. But let's slow down here. And yeah, but I don't know. This game puts me to sleep, so I don't really watch a lot of other streams. Very rarely do I watch another stream. I checked out Kerbo the other night. That was a good stream. But normally I just can't, I don't know. It's not, normally I don't have a lot of time, and when I am, let's see, I wonder how much, you know what, at the very least we should fill this up with pigs and empty them, because I'm curious how many this holds. I forget. I know some of you will probably like type in the comment block now. Oh, it holds this many pigs. Well, that's another reason why streams are good. But YouTube's better for telling stories, so I will keep on doing YouTube. And I have really missed doing YouTube episodes. Telling stories, it's a lot of fun. So I think you guys all know my plans. Oh boy. You know what? That rain's going to put a damper in my plan. Because I was planning on planting some. So, you know what? I think I probably will record another episode for... it's... The tough thing is I don't want too much time to pass between YouTube episodes. So if I record a couple episodes now when I have the time, you know, and release them, say, on Monday and Wednesday, then the next time I might have a chance to record an episode is Friday or something like that. And that means that's like, what, midsummer in game? Yeah, like mid to late summer in game, I think. So, I mean, that's a lot of time to pass without seeing an episode. But I mean, it wouldn't really be the end of the world if nothing happens, if I'm not doing anything in game and the only thing that's done in game is time passage, then that's not bad. But for example, if you miss all of the carting animals, all of my money increase, all of the spring planting, and the rest of spring fertilizing, that's a huge portion to miss. So I don't know, I'll do what I can. Life must go on the server, so sometimes I won't always have time to make a YouTube episode because I'll be, you know, like it's 12-hour days when I'm on day shift. That's what's coming up this week when you're watching the episode on Monday, and so that means that I will be. Come on, buddy. Okay, we need to go back down to. Let's just go back down to 1. That's what'll be going on the week that you watch this episode. So when I come home, it's basically dinner and then spend time with wife on the couch and get ready for bed. There's not a lot of time, you know, unless I just neglect my wife. Sometimes she works late or she's good about letting me back here on the computer. But most of the time I just want to relax on the couch and go to bed. So I don't know. We'll see what next week holds. I'll try to get a recording or two out to you guys, or maybe a stream. So if not a recording, be sure to check the stream. And that's, you know what? I guess to be fair, that's something else that you could always do. On Twitch, they keep the videos there for, you know, 60 days. So feel free, if you feel like you missed something between episodes and a lot of time passed, good chance I covered it on stream. So, you know what? For that matter, I'll try to title my stream Twitch episodes like, you know, episode 1.5 or between episodes 1 and 2. Something like that, so you know where it's at on the timeline if you want to watch everything in order. I'll do that for you guys. That'll be good. I think that's pretty fair. Stream is, it's a little bit more lively. You get to see my ugly face, and I put the text up there on the screen for everyone to kind of see what I'm responding to. So, you know, if you're watching from mobile or something, well, you might not even be able to see the text. But if you're watching on a computer, you know, you don't always have to look at the side. You can see the text on screen so you can maximize the view or whatever. I've seen that feedback from most people is they prefer it that way. So that's what I do. And you can catch those videos over there. It's just, people have asked why I don't record and stream at the same time, and my computer can more than handle that, but it's just, well, for one, actually, I think it's against the Twitch terms and conditions. You can't just re-upload the same footage that you streamed onto YouTube. I could be wrong about that. But for two, it's just, honestly, it's more work. When I stream, it's because I started streaming because YouTube was stressing me out, and there's just a lot of work behind the scenes with editing and thumbnails and descriptions and tags and a lot of junk that goes behind the scenes with YouTube that I don't have to do for Twitch. I just set a title and hit a button, and it's nice. It's a lot more for recording, so that's why I don't just re-upload the same footage onto YouTube. And plus, it's like gonna be like a 5-hour long YouTube episode maybe, so it's like, who wants to watch that? So that's another reason why I don't just upload my Twitch stuff on YouTube. Plus, I'm not really talking to you guys on Twitch, so it'd be weird. I don't know, I don't really like that, because I'm talking to my Twitch viewers. I'm not telling a story on Twitch. I'm talking to the viewers. You know, I'm getting some work done on the map related to the story, but I'm not actually, you know, talking to you about my narrative. So 9, oh my goodness, I want to cry. 9, oh my goodness, I gotta sell 211 pigs. Oh my goodness, this is Oh, this is gonna take 25 trips. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, I want to cry. 25 loads of pigs. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, I'm gonna be streaming all day long on Saturday. Selling pigs. Okay, well, on that depressing note, I probably won't record any of that. I'll probably do a stream selling pigs, and then I will probably come back and plant with the YouTube episode. I'll probably do a little bit of seeding on the YouTube episode. I also need to clean up that manure, dump it in the in that bin, and then that's just an overflow bin. I got this for convenience. It's a waste of money, technically, kind of like that, but I made the concession, right? Because this is part of, you know what, and I said I was going to go, and here I am talking. This is part of my cost analysis, right? I could buy a bigger tractor with more upkeep and more cost per day, but then I need bigger equipment. Or I can do a smaller tractor like this guy. I have very minimal expenses. My daily vehicle running costs are 181 per day. So 181 per day, you know, that adds up. 15 day, 181 times 15 times 4 is $10,000 annually. So, you know, if that's, you know, double, that's $20,000 annually. I mean, it adds up. That, you know, that might mean the difference between buying a field or not, or buying enough grain for my pigs or not. So buying smaller equipment allows me to save money elsewhere, but it takes more time in the field, and that's why I have these guys. I have this filled with manure this spring, and I had truck just dump it on a field for $500. So I had to pay for the container, but I can fill it at my leisure, and he can dump it on the side of a field, and then I can go out there, and I don't have to drive all the way back here to fill it from my manure pit. The same thing with the water. Instead of driving for free, yes, this farm does have water, but it costs money. And I don't want to drive 7,300 liters, you know, every other day down to that lake in the middle of the map. That's a long drive and a lot of time, maybe 15, 20 minutes there and back. And that all adds up. So instead I bought what is that, $30,000, $20,000 water tanker. I do have to pay the upkeep on it, but then I just pay truck $500 to go fill up. I get 300,000 liters of right there on the farm for free. It's free water from the lake, right? But it's here on my farm. And so I just have another little water trailer that you can see in here that I use to fill up from that trailer. So I'm small, but I make some concessions in hiring out just a little bit of trucking work to make it that much easier for me around the years. And like, for example, I think in the future, I'll probably buy another one of those field containers when I'm farming fields 21 and 22. If I land, if I'm able to buy 21, you know, and so I can put the field container up there. And it doesn't take that much extra time to drive the combine over to the side of the field and dump by myself. But it saves me a ton of time to have, what, like 30, 40,000 liters of grain in one tote. That I can pay someone $500 to travel once to my farm to dump. Instead of me hauling, what, 10, 15,000 liters multiple times, wasting all that time back and forth. So, you know, I'm thinking about doing stuff like that too. And the same thing with bales and straw. I'm not going to buy a bale trailer. I just have that flatbed that you see me drive by just on the other side of that water tanker. And I use that to, I'll just have them bring that on the edge of the field. I'll load bales up there and have them bring it back here. So, you know, it's a little bit more upfront cost for the IT runner equipment, but it's a lot more efficient and it saves me a huge amount of time, and it's lower upkeep because I don't have an expensive truck or, you know, any expensive tractors or stuff like that. So anyway, I think that about does it for this episode. I wanted to keep it shorter, but looks like it ran a little bit longer, and that's just fine. So I will see you all later. I hope to, like I said, get another episode out. I'll probably skip selling these animals, but I mean, it's going to be the same boring trip to the same sell point, and you can expect it to make 211 at, if I get max price of 1,600, you can expect me to be about $325,000 richer. And that's going to be going towards buying grain and buying a field in the fall. And maybe, if not the field, then the factory. So we'll do one of those two things in the fall, and I will see you guys later. Well, later in the spring, obviously. You'll see me before the fall. I'm talking about, like, you're not going to see me until the fall. But that's not what I meant at all. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. This might be, I don't know, that's a really good shot. That might be my screenshot for the thumbnail, even though that's not what I'm doing this episode. So, yeah, that's about how it goes with my episodes. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.